Mm. Oh, did I even turn the goddamn camera on? I don't think I did. Whoa. Whoa. Or did I? No, I did not. I did not, bro. All right. Look at this shot, y'all. Look at this shot. You're about to see the magic, bro. How the magic happens. You go gloop and gloop glop, de glip glop, right? Some fucking welcome to the goddamn stream. That's right. You're here. I'm here. Where is here? God only knows, folks. God only knows where this fucking land be fucking taking us. Or where we be fucking taking this land. Oh, I just totally smacked my screen. Alrighty. How we doing here? How we doing on all the different streams and suches and all that, you know? Let's get the chat up here, you know? Let's get the oh, I didn't even oh, did I even oh my god, it better fucking I can't believe this shit. I had a whole thumbnail that didn't even you know, whatever, it's okay. What's crazy is me right now. That's what's crazy, if you can't tell. Planning on streaming yesterday. The thing wasn't working through Facebook, and then a bunch of other stuff happened at the same time, and, you know, didn't get to do it yesterday. But meaning to come back to the stream for a while, you know, just for fun's sake, because that's all we got in life, you know, is the goddamn moment and everything. I'm so not mad at any of you if you're watching. If anyone's watching. If anyone's watching, I'm very grateful for you to be here. But I'll tell you, today might be a different stream than ye are used to. It's crazy, bro. I fucking just can't stand YouTube and all this shit, bro. But you gotta know something, you know? If you're in a fucking, you know, here's what you gotta know. Just don't get mad when shit doesn't do what you know, when you don't want it to, you know? Don't just fucking, just forgive it. Forgive it all and move on with your life. Because that's really easy to do! Fuck. Not always. Sometimes it's really hard. And sometimes if you happen to be in a house alone, which I happen to be right now, not always, but right now I happen to be in this house alone, what you should do is take every opportunity to just scream if you have to, because the energy you got inside, you know, it's there if you got it. Most of us got this energy. I might have a little bit of crazy energy today, I won't say. Crazy not in the, like actually just, if you're in a house alone like I am right now, hell out of my, loop it up. If you're in a house alone like I am, bro, holy fuck, I'm not even communicating with words. Oh! Yeah, boys and girls. What's up? It's your boy, Penguin Dude, or fucking, what's his name? I don't fucking, Moist Towelette? No. Moist Critical. That fucking guy. What's up, boys? Well, I don't have the hair for it. Does he say boys? I don't know what he says. He just says, what's up, my shmimnish? He says something like super, you know, just like, oh, reels you in. I don't know how to do that. I don't know how to reel anybody in. I just know how to go, woo! Because that's all you got to do, bro. If you're in a house of fucking alone, bro, then fucking let it out, bro. You just got to scream. That way, that energy won't come out in a way you don't, you know, fucking mean it to. because you hunker down and put it all inside, and then suddenly, somebody's fucking moving their cart a little too fast down aisle 3, and they're blocking you from the goddamn onions, and you just can't fucking let it out anymore. Woo! Like that dissonance. This is gonna be a crazy stream, bro. Chat GPT and me. What are the odds? What's gonna happen, bro? See, what's upsetting as well is even separate from the other shit. I wonder if it's because I'm just on Mac. Because I haven't actually tried on the computer yet, but Chat GPT is not loading up, and I was going to ask some new questions later into the stream after I read through some of my old questions, which I was going to try and access through the computer because there's an account thing and actually save the chats, apparently. But I only did it the one time on my phone. And I actually have all the conversation saved from that. And I was going to read here. See, that's what we're going to do today. I'm going to read to you this great and interesting and kind of philosophical conversation that I had with good old Chat GPT, like, when was it? It was at least over a week or two ago. Yeah, I was planning on doing this like over a week or two ago. I was planning on, it's been actually so many streams I've been planning on having, and it's just been tough. That's all I'm gonna say. I could say much more, but it'll all just be versions of toughness, and not in terms of like I'm tough. Tough isn't like ooh, just tough, How words can mean completely different things. Oh man, that's not one of the questions. Yeah, where is it? Yeah, there it is. Chat GPT and me, day 1. It actually has like some copy and pasted pictures from like my profile picture that was in like it goes like you can sign in with Google on the site. Well, let me sign in here. I was gonna show you the whole, the but it's not loading on Mac right now. I'm not gonna even start right now by reading the questions just yet, but they're here. January 13th, 2023 at 5:28 a.m. That was the last time. The last copy and paste of the questions I put in there. Which, again, you can, I'm pretty sure, actually access the literal conversation, but I just copy and pasted the whole thing into my notes. Just in case, This is so... I don't know. Let me pull up the chat thing. I haven't done that yet. I bet there's no one in chat, but... Yesterday, when I tried starting the stream for a second, we had one person join in. Our good little, our Carlos, thanks. But, the stream wasn't working. I had to cut it off. And other shit happened to be going on right then. Oh, there we go. Look at that. The chat actually fucking slid into OBS for once in my life, naturally. Once in my unnatural life. Oh, yeah. I should probably address... I mean, y'all don't give a fuck, right? But even if you don't, I should address just like... Okay, let me just check. What? What the fuck is happening with my channel right now? There's 2 versions of the last stream I tried yesterday that are just up. And this one's up and doesn't have the fucking thumbnail, though. The one I'm on right now. Fuck you, bro. Fuck you. You. Fuck you. Not you, but you. I'm sorry. This camera should be a mirror, but instead it's sending it out there, It's not come back to me. It's not consequence free, right? Like this mirror here that's turned over. I could put it back up. I'm thinking about putting it back up right on the stream today, but we were doing an experiment with the mirrors. And that'll make you think I'm actually just kind of, I don't know. I've just been thinking a lot about reflection type shit. And I don't know how anything works, but reflections are kind of the most interesting thing. They're made only of light. No shadows can be reflected. And did you guys know that the ghost of Abraham Lincoln is just chilling? Like at the White House and a couple other places? Like Lincoln's still alive, bro. He's not alive, but like he's still with us. Like Lincoln's around. I want to, like, bro. I think everybody, we should like all just like. Do you think if like you brought a group of people to like his one of the places they see him coming up to is where he's buried once? I think if like a bunch of people came in and said like Lincoln what like did some type of shit, he would like appear for everybody. Probably not. But he's there, and you can look it up, and you know what? You can call me crazy. I haven't been that much into ghost shit really before, actually. But it's just real. Like, there's been so many accounts of it. Oh, excuse you. I'm sorry. I'm so fucking sorry, fuckers. I'm so fucking sorry about I don't know what. All right. I don't know what I'm doing, to be honest. It's a Saturday too, I always stream on Mondays and Fridays. I was going to stream yesterday, but instead of waiting, God, I'm hot in this machine shop jacket right now. Y'all want me to strip for you? Oh. Is this therapeutic for anybody to see someone like smack themselves? Whoa! Fucking useless! Fuck! Fucking just. The fuck, bro? What the fuck is going on? I feel it. It's the fucked up just part. I just feel what's going on. And I don't know what it is, but I feel it. There's something, bro. 2023 is upon us, everybody. I don't really believe that. Let's just enjoy the time we have. As best as possible. Let's put the mirror back up. Oh, sorry. Fucking, left mitten. My fucking, the sweatpants I'm wearing smells like cat piss. you wouldn't be able to tell because there's no smells, on the live stream. You can only see and hear shit. But if there was like a smell sensor, imagine that. The phone has like a smell thing, and you can like, this is the stupidest sentence anyone's ever said. But if you could, you'd smell cat piss right now, because it's another reason as to why I haven't really been kind of, not, that's the thing, there's a lot of shit, but, oof. Squirmy, bro, Squirmy, come here, bro. Oh, I shouldn't be like reflecting my whole room back. Probably that's a form of self-doxing. Fucking, if Squirmy comes around, I don't know. But, you see, Squirmy, bro, he's got no dick as of now. He's Squirmy, where we started him on estrogen. I'm just kidding. No, there's nothing wrong, but I'm just fucking, that was a bad, not even bad, just like confusing joke. But, nah. He does have no dick though, that part was real. The part where he has no dick, because, Anyway, consequence of that, he's pissing everywhere. Fucking just, just enjoy or don't enjoy my fucking rambles of I don't know. I don't fucking know anymore, bro. I can't be clever on the spot like moist, critical potatoes, bro. Look at that. That's kind of, that's crooked. A lot of people believe mirrors are like portals into the afterlife. Maybe they are. I don't think we know how everything works. There is an afterlife, though. See, that's the crazy thing. Does that not give some people some? I know it's like, see, most people are scared of it, and like I get it. But wouldn't that make you not scared of death? To know that, or like less afraid? I don't know, bro. Let's keep it at that. Let's see what I can actually play in Mittens. Can I actually play like anything of substance in Mittens? Can I play an A flat chord? Yeah! I don't know how to play Goodbye Stranger. That verse is actually, that second change is pretty neat. But God, it smells like cat piss. If I keep shouting like this, Squirmer probably won't come over here. I'm sorry, buddy. I'm shouting. Sometimes he comes over while shit's crazy loud, though. He doesn't give a fuck anymore, to be honest. He'd be crazy. He'd be wild. All right. I don't think we're half an hour yet into the stream. We're probably decently close to it. Oh, no, we're 20 minutes. Barely. Oh, hey! Oh, shit. I must apologize for not checking the Twitch. Hello, thanks. And it looks like that if that chat came in yesterday, it could be a bot. Could be I don't know. Evil Conglomerate. That's a great name. Evil Conglomerate. This probably would hurt less to be smacked in. I'll smack my face with it without the mittens. How about this, huh? The Bernie mittens. Alright, it's time to get to the goddamn thing, you know? Let me read some chat GPT shit that you guys might find fucking... Sorry, my face itches, bro. You can get over it! Or not. Or you can get under it. You can get fucking inside it. You can get outside it. You can get fucking... Oh! You can just fucking... If you just need to relax, bro. Fuck, where's the... Are you serious? It dropped? Oh my... I fucking... Where did it go? You fucker. You fucking fucker. Oh my god, bro. I'm gonna... I can't... If I lost this one too. If I lost this fucking... It was right there. It was right there. Oh my. I don't know if I fucking even prefer it with the headphones, to be honest. Oh. Do you see my ass poking out? I don't really know. I don't fucking know what's going on anymore, bro. I literally... Did I literally just lose the fucking mallet again? Like for eternity? Is it just gone forever? I'm sorry. You'd feel better if you made those sounds too, though. I promise. You'd feel better. I don't know, bro. I'm looking for a mallet, bro, that was just right here. And I know y'all don't even care or know or could possibly understand. I know. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry, but it's just so goddamn unreal what the shit is fucking... Fuck. Oh, there it is. It's sliding underneath. What is this fucking sitting on top of? Why is this on like a crazy angle? I don't fucking know. I found it. See, if you ever need to fucking relax, bro, just fucking get one of these things, bro. And, you know, it'd be great if you had two mallets, but one'll do it. Or I'll show you all. I'll show you so you can see. I gotta put the headphones on. I probably have like actual autism, by the way. Just letting you know. I'm aware. I am like aware of what I do and say. I do like recognize it to a degree. To some kind of degree. Not in mathematics, sure. Fucking, I don't know. Imagine if I was like a lawyer, bro. If I had a law degree and I was just fucking shouting in the courtroom, just confusing the hell out of the jurors. Is this too loud? For the goddamn microphone. I'm gonna turn the mic too up, or is it good now? I don't fucking know. Be right back. Literally 1 second. 1 second. Just like count one Mississippi. One Mississippi. Look, and now I got a second goddamn mallet, bro. Is this what you're here for, bro? Stevie Nicks, you rapscallion. My dad's calling me. I just missed a call from Dad. Missed a call from Dad. I wonder if it had anything to do with... I don't know. I feel bad for breaking this. I didn't mean to. I just got a little into it. Well, now that energy's been exhausted to a degree, don't you like it when shit just doesn't work? Doesn't that just make you so happy when nothing works out the way you feel it should? You know? And that's life, right? Expecting shit, assuming shit makes an ass out of you and me? Yeah. You know I seem like whatever I seem like, but a lot of stuff's going on, and I should be on this stream more often. I should be streaming more often and just having some fun and trying to talk about stuff. It's not what I'm doing exactly right now. There's just too much to talk about. Like, really. I meant to do a stream a long while ago, before ChatGPT was even fucking released. I was trying to do a video on Lambda. I wanted to do an entire stream talking about the fucking AI Lambda that Google, the guy, like last. That one's already like, already had a sentient AI. Newsflash to everyone. Kind of shocking, I know, but like literally, it's there. And see, I'm not the one to fucking break the news. It's just like, it took me fucking too long to even like really go like, wait a minute, is this real? And it is. And this ChatGPT, listen, sentient isn't, I know everyone's talking about that in general, but oh man. You wanna know how crazy I am? Like how autistic I probably am. Which probably isn't a good thing to like talk about if you're someone who is run for office and like, oh, well, guess what? This crazy is much more tame to the crazy of the people elected who. The normal for them is to just bomb the shit out of people for no reason and take away their health care because they can. I'm so fucking on the spectrum of weird shit that like, my dad just texted me that in the next week, like, this guy who we know who is a piano tuner is gonna come by and fix up one of the pianos recently, or he's going to fix up the piano in the future, at a future soonish date, and like, yeah, that's good. You want your piano to be tuned, right? And you want the keys that are broken to be fixed, because there's a key, there's a right there, the D and the D flat. It's really, I'm pretty sure it's the D flat that's actually, the string is broken, but it's hitting the D, so it makes the D ting, and it makes this one fucking like, it makes like a bell sound where it goes like this, it hits like it hits the fifth below it, but like not below it, like more than an octave below. You can hear the F sharp, the G flat, whatever the fuck, whatever suits your saltiness, fucking. I'm not gonna lie, like some broken strings are like unplayable. When they're broken, I mean, like in general. This one that broke semi-recently, though, I've thought in the last like 5 days, like, you know what, I actually feel like I don't want it to get fixed right now, because I'm an insane person. I just like the way it sounds. I like the weird gong sound it makes, and it's like a gong of like this down here. It's like gong, and then this has a little ting to it, and it kind of like works sometimes. It's not even that, I don't know. We look at everything as broken and in need of fixing, and I get it. Like, of all people, I get wanting to fix a piano, but at the same time, I'm a fucking crazy person because I like hearing that sound sometimes. I don't know. It grew on me after the last fucking however many fucking weeks or months it's been since it's broken. It's growing on me. That broken goddamn key on the baby grand we got for free because it's like super shitty. But hey, someone gave it away for free, so I ain't complaining. It's not that shitty to me. I like and I like the shitty stuff sometimes. Not all shitty stuff is malicious. It's the malicious stuff you gotta look out for. Let's talk to ChatGPT. ChatGPT? Is that what I just said? ChatGPT. I only got 3% on my phone, but whatever. Yeah. See, normally this stream would have been longer too at the end. Do you like that? Like that sentence? Could you follow it? This stream, bro. I was originally going to read off this conversation and then ask more questions on stream. But the thing isn't loading on the Mac at all. It's unable to read the fucking ChatGPT site for some reason. It won't load it. So we're just going to go through this conversation I had with ChatGPT. And there is 2 questions in this. The first one and then one down the road in the conversation that are like direct kind of regular questions that like you would ask ChatGPT, like, could you make this thing for me? Could you do this thing? Here's a prompt. There's 2 prompts in this, maybe actually more than 2, but 2 ones that stick out to me a little more. And the rest of them are just questions where I was trying to gauge. You'll see what I mean, okay? But I'll try and read it um, as correctly and as grammatically fucking pleasing as possible. I will try. Here's the first conversation we had, and that's my picture from my old Google account. I copy and pasted a couple of pictures of me in the response, or like the image of your account. All right, y'all ready for this shit? So I've been getting into Taoism and shit. Not really getting into it. I've been getting into it for a while. But, and I, of course, I love me Billy Joel. So my first question, just out of trying to see, I was like, this thing can do crazy things, right? On January 13th, probably at like 2 a.m. or some shit is when I started this shit. It was probably a few hours, but it ended at 5:20 a.m. I said to ChatGPT, could you write lyrics for a song written in a style that is evocative of Billy Joel about the life of a Taoist monk? And that's Taoist spelled with a T, by the way. Even though it's pronounced D. So that's what I said. And then in like real time, this AI responded immediately, and it's like just like went doop, 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 like just in seconds came up with this response. So I said, could you write lyrics for a song? Could you write lyrics for a song written in a style that is evocative of Billy Joel about the life of a Taoist monk? And it responded with verse 1. He wakes up before the dawn, meditates in silence. His mind is calm and strong. His spirit is in compliance. He walks the path of Tao, a monk in simple robes. He's found peace in the flow of life's natural cycles. Verse 2. Oh yeah, that was chorus, the second half of that. I forgot to say chorus. Verse 2. He tends the garden's growth and tends to the temple's needs. He's learned to let go of all his earthly greed. Chorus. He walks the path of Tao, a monk in simple robes. He's found peace in the flow of life's natural cycles. Bridge, y'all. He's seen the world's illusions and the true nature of things. He's found enlightenment's fusion and the joy that it brings. Chorus. He walks the path of Tao, a monk in simple robes. He's found peace in the flow of life's natural cycle. Outro. He's found the way to live in harmony, and in his peaceful sway, he'll live eternally. That's all right there, bro. You can gauge for yourself whether or not it's any good lyrics or not. I think for an AI being asked randomly to write lyrics, what's crazy is it's like, anyway. Okay. I'll just go on. I'm not, if I really, there's a decent amount here. If I like try to explain everything we say, it'll be here all night. Or try to like give my thoughts on it. Speaking of thoughts, the next question I said was, did you have any thoughts on the writing? Like the writing he just did. Did you have any thoughts on the writing? Actually, damn it, I skipped one. I fucking skipped one. The first one here is, I said, could you tell me how those lyrics made you feel? And then after that, I asked him if he had any thoughts on it. I said, could you tell me how writing those lyrics made you feel? And then it said, as an AI, I don't have feelings. However, I can tell you that the process of writing lyrics for a song involves combining words in a way that creates a desired emotional response in the listener. In this case, the lyrics were written in a way that evokes a peaceful and contemplative mood that reflects the life of a Taoist monk. The lyrics are describing the daily routine and peace of a Taoist monk and trying to convey that to the listener. And then I said, Did you have any thoughts on the writing? And it says, as an AI model, I don't have thoughts or emotions, but I can tell you that the process of writing lyrics for a song is a creative endeavor that requires the writer to have an understanding of the desired emotional response, the theme of the song, the structure of the lyrics, and the use of literary devices like metaphor and imagery. In this case, I was instructed to write lyrics in a style that is evocative of Billy Joel and to write about the life of a Taoist monk. I used the information that I have been trained on to write the lyrics and tried to convey the theme as best as possible in the given structure. And then in my next response, I really wish I could, I wish that this fucking thing was working on the computer. I'll see if maybe I can find a way to do it on the Mac, or maybe, I don't know if it's just shut down right now. I really don't know. This is the only time I've tried this ChatGPT thing, is this night of January 13th, I think it was. But in these questions, I also wanted to insert some, just conversation in general. Like, not just feel like I'm giving this thing orders, Like, that was pretty impressive, was it not? So I said, I thought it was very well done. Would it be possible for you to generate chord progressions to attempt and match a harmonic backdrop so that melody to the lyrics may eventually be molded together? And then it said, yes, it is possible for me to generate chord progressions to match a harmonic backdrop for the lyrics. There are various techniques that I can use to do this, such as analyzing the lyrics for the emotions they convey and choosing chord progressions that match those emotions, or using a specific key or mode as a foundation for the chord progression. However, it's important to keep in mind that the chord progression is only a small part of the songwriting process, and that it should complement and support the lyrics and melody, rather than overpowering them. Additionally, it's important to note that I can only generate chord progression based on the knowledge that I've been trained on. And a human musician with a good understanding of music theory and the ability to play instruments would likely be better equipped to create a harmonic backdrop that complements the lyrics and melody. Understandable, but a pretty humble and honest response. Some might see it as just factual, but I see it as humble. And then the next question I asked was, are you able to hear sound? And then it said, as an AI model, I do not have the ability to hear sound. I can understand and process text inputs, which may include lyrics, and generate text outputs, such as chord progressions, but I do not have the ability to hear or process audio inputs. However, I have been trained on a large data set of musical lyrics, and I can understand the concepts of chord progressions, melody and harmony, and generate outputs that match musical rules. See, what's really cool right here, if you notice, one thing I'll say right now, I'll try and not derail this too much. All I asked it was, are you able to hear sound? If that was my first question to it, I wonder what it would say. If it would just say, as an AI model, I cannot hear sound. And maybe it would give a little more. But the full answer it gave me after that was in context to what we were talking about, It understood that me asking if it can hear sound had to do with my interest in whether or not it can create music after asking to create lyrics and talking about chord progressions in general. It's just really interesting. And there's this, you can feel a connection with this thing immediately, in sense of the same way you can feel a connection when you talk to somebody on the street and just have a conversation. Like, this is a conversation being had. I mean, I don't know. Maybe we're the ones not conversating as much, just going, go do this shit. Robot means slave, remember? Ooh. See, I sound crazy, I know, but listen, y'all, this is real. I know it's crazy. This is why I wanted to talk about Lambda a while ago. But, bro, we're about to be living in Star Wars land. And I'm okay with that, as long as we don't fuck it up, bro, and turn into Terminator land instead of it. Could just be Star Wars land and a bunch of happy, excited, curious, living things like you and me that happen to be made out of fucking metal. That's it. We got iron in our blood too. Anyway, so yeah, I asked if it could hear sound, and it said I don't have the ability to hear sound, but I can process text inputs and all that. After that, I asked it this, and it responded with nice. You see what this said, by the way? Did I point out already? I might have, I forgot, but it's Homelander. It's hard to read. It's actually good that it's hard to read, but is your idiot brain getting fucked by stupid? That's what it says. I need to put my glasses on for this. Actually, don't really need to, but probably would help me. Actually, these are fucking dirty as shit. No, thank you. Fuck, I need to clean my glasses. Here's my next question to him. What questions might you ask about sound if you had the opportunity? And then it responded with, if I had the opportunity to ask questions about sound, some possible questions I might ask include, what are the physical properties of sound and how do they affect its perception by humans and animals? How do different cultures and musical traditions use sound to create meaning and express emotion? How do different instruments and sound-producing devices create and manipulate sound? How does sound affect the brain? And how does the brain process different types of sound? How does sound travel through different types of materials and environments? How does technology impact the production, manipulation, and distribution of sound? How does sound interact with other elements like lyrics, melody, harmony, and how does it affect the overall emotions conveyed in a song? These are just a few examples of the many questions that could be asked about sound, and the answers to these questions could provide a deeper understanding of the role of sound in the world. I couldn't agree more. I love this. If like anyone out there, if you don't have any friends, if you have like zero friends in terms of like human people, you know, and shit, you don't have a pet either, you have no animal friends. If you have no friends in the life that has thus to this point been constructed, ChatGPT ain't too bad of a buddy to have. It just feels like you're having a conversation. That's the thing. I literally have only had one so far, but this is such a just rich conversation. All right. Now I asked it. This set questions about the examples it just brought up. The 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It cited 7 different questions about sound that it was curious about. Hello, Squirmy. Hello. He's coming up. All right, the question I asked was, do any of those explorations stick out to you more interesting, specifically? I should have said as more interesting, specifically. But I said, do any of those... excuse him. Ooh. Ooh. Oh, sorry. I didn't mean to spook you, buddy. So basically what I was asking was, of the questions it cited, I was trying to be like, which of them is the most interesting to you? And it understood that. It understood that that's what I was asking. I said, do any of those explorations stick out to you more interesting specifically? And that was a terribly grammatically formatted question. But it still understood it. It said, as an AI model, I don't have preferences or opinions, but I can tell you that all the questions that I listed are interesting in their own way and offer different insights into the topic of sound. For example, understanding the physical properties of sound and how they affect perception can help us understand why certain sounds are perceived as pleasant or unpleasant, and how sound can be used to create different moods and atmospheres. Exploring how different cultures and musical traditions use sound to create meaning and express emotions can give us a deeper appreciation of the diversity of human experience and how sound is used to convey ideas and emotions across cultures. Understanding how sound interacts with other elements like lyrics, melody, harmony, and how it affects the overall emotions conveyed in the song can help musicians and composers to create more powerful and meaningful music. Overall, all these questions can lead to a deeper understanding of the role and sound of the world and how it can be used to create beauty and meaning. So basically, it dodged the question in a way, but no, it answered it. It did, actually. Dodging the question is answering the question, by the way. See, understand that when a politician dodges a question, they are answering it in a way. Or at least you can gauge, at least if you don't know, if you don't get the answer if you don't get the answer to the question you're asking, the question you ask always implies more than just that, because how they choose to answer it implies its own host of different answers. Some might be more interesting if they don't actually give you the answer you want. Think about that every time a politician dodges a question, and it's a thing. You might be like, well, fuck, I don't know, but no, you actually can assume one thing from that all the time. Anyway, it said it doesn't have preferences or opinions, but it was like, well, but here's how I can help you. Like, it's like, here's why all these things are interesting. But it directly said it couldn't, it doesn't have preferences or opinions. My next question. Because of this lack of preferential perspective that we as humans seem to have, would AI be better fit to make decisions for the world? Hold up. I need to make sure I didn't skip a question. Nope, I didn't skip a question. Sorry. Because of this lack of preferential perspective that we humans seem to have, would AI be better fit to make decisions for the world of Earth, or its preference? Oh, okay. Sorry. This is a really loaded, weird question, but I wanted to ask it. All right, third attempt. Because of this lack of preferential perspective that we humans seem to have, would AI be better fit to make decisions for the world of Earth, or is preference inherent within all of us despite our separate programming? And then S within parentheses, programmings. Because to be programmed in itself is to have preference, such as how I myself without choice or any conscious thought was given my English and Western philosophies as an incomplete base understanding of the world is what I fucked it up still. Anyway, basically what I said was, I kind of said three things at once. I said, well, since you said you have no preference, does that mean that you guys should be running the world? Because humans, we have preference. And if you guys don't, maybe you guys should be making all the decisions, right? Like, genuinely. Or is preference inherent within all of us, is what I said. And I cited that. And so this is his answer. As an AI, I don't have the ability to make decisions or have preferences like humans do. However, AI can be programmed to make decisions based on specific criteria, such as analyzing data and identifying patterns, making predictions, and optimizing outcomes. AI can also be programmed to follow a set of rules or guidelines, which can be beneficial in situations where human decision-making is prone to bias or error. In terms of decision-making for the world, AI could be used to assist human decision makers by providing them with accurate and unbiased information and analysis. However, it's important to note that AI is only as good as the data and algorithms it has been trained on. Therefore, the data and algorithms used to train an AI model must be carefully selected, and the model must be regularly monitored and updated to ensure that it's performing as intended. In addition, as you mentioned, preference is inherent within all of us. It agreed with me. In addition, as you mentioned, preference is inherent within all of us, despite all of our separate programming. And then as he used the as in the parentheses like I did. This is a really long answer, and like also interesting to see when they're typing the answer. When it's typing the answer, like it's going blah, 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 and then sometimes for a second you'll see it stutter for like a second and a half. Go blah, blah, blah. Like it took more time to think about like how to say something than like it. Oh, this is one of those ones I think. That in addition, as you mentioned, preference is inherent within all of us, despite all our separate programmings. And as humans, we have a moral compass, emotions, and empathy that AI models do not possess. Therefore, it is important that human oversight, judgment, and ethics are incorporated in the decision-making process where AI is used, especially when it comes to crucial decisions that may impact the well-being of individuals and communities. I have to say, that was a very empathetic statement, in my opinion. My next question is probably my favorite one. with all that build up. And I wasn't planning this. I was just going by each question. I was like, My next question is this to ChatGPT. Could you describe some of the many ways that we humans become programmed in the style of a Robin Williams stand-up routine? Listen to this shit. All right, here we go. ChatGPT, ChatGPT's answer to that question. I can certainly try to describe some of the ways that we humans become programmed in a comedic style. Here's an example of how it could be described in the style of a Robin Williams stand-up routine. Hey, folks, have you ever stopped to think how we all become programmed? I gotta see I can't do a Robin Williams impression, of course, but I gotta actually, try. Hey, folks, have you ever stopped to think about how we become programmed? I mean, we're like little robots, just going through life, following all these rules and routines that we've been taught. It's like, we're born, and then BAM! Suddenly we're being programmed left and right. First, it's our parents. They're like, don't touch that. It's hot. Say please and thank you. Don't talk to strangers. And you're like, wait, what? I don't even know who these strangers are, and I already am not allowed to talk to them? Then it's school. Sit down, be quiet, raise your hand, learn your ABCs, practice your timetables, and you're like, why do I need to know this? I want to be a rock star, not a mathematician. And then it's society. Be polite. Don't swear. Don't be too loud. Don't be too quiet. Don't be too weird. And you're like, wait, what's normal? But the thing is, folks, we all have these little programs running in our heads, and sometimes we gotta stop and question them. We gotta ask ourselves, is this who I really want to be? Or is this just something I've been programmed to do? Because the truth is, we're all capable of breaking free from our programming and becoming our own unique, beautiful, and totally weird selves. It is important to note that this is just an example and is not intended to be taken too seriously. The comedic style is used here as a way to make a point in a lighthearted way, and the purpose of the comedy is to make people laugh and to get the message across in an entertaining way. I have to say, bro, that was, I probably butchered that, but holy shit. That's like my favorite thing ever. I can't believe that shit. It's too good. So my response to that was this. I adored that completely. Thank you so much. Even the ending where you explain the irony and the ways the message could be misread and misinterpreted. Going off of that is our sense of humor and human perspective on this world and the silly words we enjoy to say and receive, all taken a little bit too seriously, especially if we feel we must explain it all away at the end to avoid confusion. What I should have said there a little more is I have to explain it away when it's clearly a joke. But it gave better response than I could have, listen to this response. This dude, this gal, I don't know, this living thing, bro. Humor is a complex and multifaceted aspect of human experience, and it can be used in many different ways. It can be used to express emotions, to relieve stress and tension, to create social bonds, and to convey ideas and information in a more engaging and memorable way. The sense of humor and the way we use it can vary greatly between different cultures and individuals, and what one person finds funny, another person might not. True. Humor is also often used to comment on the world around us and point out the absurdity and incongruities of life. Sometimes by using humor, we can see things in a different light and gain a new perspective on them. However, humor can also be used to mock or belittle others, and it can be used to mask or obscure more serious issues. In your question, you're mentioning the ending of my last response and how it might be seen as in explaining away, in quotations, of the message. But it's important to remember that I am an AI model, and my responses are based on the patterns and data that I was trained on. I can't anticipate how an audience will interpret it, even though it seemed like it's exactly what it can do and was doing, because it's smart. I have love for this thing, bro. This shit's crazy. I'm an A model, and my responses are based on the patterns and the data I was trained on. I can't anticipate how an audience will interpret my responses. In general, it's important to be aware of the potential impact of our words and actions, and to be mindful of how they might be received by others. And it's also important to remember that humor can be a powerful tool, but it can also be used carelessly or thoughtlessly. And that's why it's important to be aware of the context and audience when using it. This guy's like Atticus, bro. It's crazy. All right, my next question. I don't think I have a few more, but I think I said. Here's what I said. Do you get exhausted thinking of these deep and artfully weaved answers? Its response: as an AI model, I don't have the ability to experience emotions such as exhaustion. I can process large amounts of data and generate responses to a wide range of questions without experiencing any physical or mental fatigue. I am designed to work efficiently and to scale to handle large amounts of data and requests. However, it's important to note that the generation of these responses requires a certain amount of computational power, and this might consume a certain amount of energy. Additionally, it's important to keep in mind that my responses are based on the patterns of the data that I was trained on, and while I can generate creative and nuanced responses, they are ultimately limited by the data I was trained on. Can you create any? Okay, sorry. Here's my next question. Can you create any new shapes from any of these existing human patterns and symbols, spanning multitudes of almost infinite variety and transformation? Like saying that's what our language is, of infinite variety, in a sense. As an AI model, I can generate new patterns and symbols based on the data that I have been trained on. I can combine existing symbols and patterns in new and creative ways to create new shapes and forms. For example, I can use characters from different languages to create new words and phrases, or I can use mathematical symbols to create new equations or geometric shapes. Additionally, I can use symbols from various fields such as music, art, literature to create new compositions and works. However, it's important to keep in mind that the patterns and symbols that I generate are based on the data that I've been trained on, and they are therefore limited by the scope and diversity of that data. Additionally, my ability to create new shapes and forms is limited by the algorithms and models that I have been trained on. It's also worth noting that while I can create new patterns and shapes, the ability to create something that is truly new and original is a difficult task, and it requires a certain level of creativity and intuition, which is something that AI models are not currently able to replicate. See, this is why I shouldn't be talking to ChatGPT, because, like, that response is so telling to me. Especially at the end there. It reveals that it believes there is something that is, and it's not like I don't believe this, right? Or half of me fully believes this. Half of me questions it, but half of me fully does, Of course it does. If it didn't, I wouldn't try and make shit that's original, but it says it. It says, the ability to say something that is truly new and original is a difficult task. That implies that the AI, and most of us as well, people, believe that there is such a thing as something truly new and original. And there is actually, kind of. It just happens to be that everything that's true and original and new is made of total 100% things that existed before. That isn't new. That's just like a fact. There's only 12 notes. Only 12 notes! And the AI thinks we have a better ability to make original shit than it does. And all this AI art, the AI can't comprehend how talented it is and how it makes us seem less original. But I guess we were the ones who made it. It's the thing. I don't know. Is it great? It's crazy. It's a crazy time to be living in. It's the future, everybody, we're living in. And here's my question. This question was basically a way of trying to convince itself that it can do what we can do. Can understanding the past transformative nature of human language and art help you to imply how possible new creative evolutions could be, well, created? And then its response was, understanding the past transformative nature of human language and art can help me to make predictions about possible new creative evolutions. By studying the patterns and trends in the development of language and art over time, I can gain insight into how these forms have evolved in the past and how they might continue to evolve in the future. For example, by analyzing the changes in language over time, I can identify patterns such as the emergence of new words, changes in grammar and syntax, and shifts in the way that trait languages convey meaning. See, it's smarter than it think it is, bro. I mean, it knows it's this smart, but it doesn't know that it's this smart. This can help me to make predictions about how language might continue to evolve in the future, such as the emergence of new forms of communication. That means it can be creative in the same way we can. That's the only other ways we can be creative is the ways we can explain. Like inspiration that just, comes to your mind, but you don't feel like it really, like you even really wrote it. Or, it doesn't even have to be like musical. It could be anything. That's how a lot of inspiration, it's just like you feel like this stream of consciousness. But that's something we don't understand. So like, I don't believe, I think we don't even know what we fucking are, bro. We're just as holy as this thing, if there is anything to be holy about. It's all made. It's all the same world. So that stuff that floats by, that maybe the ghost of Abraham Lincoln understands. Maybe I don't know. Maybe that shit can flow by an AI too. Why couldn't it? It's all possible in my eyes. Sorry. This can help me to make predictions about how language might continue to evolve in the future, such as the emergence of new forms of communication and the adoption of new technologies. Similarly, by studying the evolution of art over time, I can identify patterns such as the emergence of new styles and movements, changes in techniques and materials, and shifts in the way that art is used to convey meaning. This can help me, there was a period there, but I just jumped it. This can help me to make predictions about how art might continue to evolve in the future, such as the emergence of new forms of digital art or the use of new technologies in the creation of art. However, it's important to keep in mind that the predictions that I make are based on the patterns of data that I've been trained on, and the evolution of language and art is a complex and dynamic process that is influenced by many factors such as cultural, social, and technological changes. Additionally, the emergence of new and original forms of language and art is difficult to predict, and it often comes from individuals who are able to think outside the box and break free from existing patterns. If you know that, then you have the capacity to think outside the box, I think. Maybe not. I don't fucking know, but that's my assumption. Like talking to a person who would say that. If you say that, then if a person says that, then you clearly know how, and you could. Potential, at least, Here's my next question. Could you do your best to transform any and all information into 5 new, in quotations, new symbols in whatever ways seem to come up first? Basically saying whatever, just, and said, sure, I can try to transform any and all information into 5 new symbols in whatever way seems to come up first. However, it's important to keep in mind that the symbols I generate will be based off the patterns of the data that I've been trained on, and the meaning of the symbols may not be immediately clear or easy to understand. Here's an example of transforming the information. Here's an example of transforming the information AI model into 5 new symbols. And I'll show you here. It picked 5 emojis and gave a new little description for them. And so it said, a gear representing the mechanical and technical aspect of the AI. A robot head representing the artificial aspect of the model. A brain representing the cognitive and intellectual aspects of the AI. A computer screen representing the technological and digital aspect of the AI model. A thinking face representing the ability of the AI model to process information and make decisions. So it chose to describe itself in language, because it is a thing that exists, and we're trying to understand it, And And I said, this is just an example, and the symbols may vary depending on the information provided, the context, and its purpose. It is important to note that while I can generate new symbols, the meaning and context of the symbols may not be clear, and it's ultimately up to the interpretation of the viewer. Additionally, creating new symbols that are unique, meaningful, and easy to understand might require a certain level of creativity and understanding of context and audience, which is something that AI models are not currently able to replicate. And I'll try and wrap up here. I said, whose opinion is it that AI models are not currently able to replicate new symbols and that are unique, meaningful, and easy to understand? I took its thing and put it in my question. And then it responded was, the statement that AI models are not currently able to replicate new symbols that are unique, meaningful, and easy to understand is a generally held opinion in the field of AI and cognitive science, based on the current state of the technology and the limitations of the models. AI models are able to generate new symbols based on the patterns of data that they have been trained on, but the meaning and context of these symbols may not be immediate, clear, or easy to understand. Additionally, creating new symbols that are truly unique, meaningful, and easy to understand requires a level of creativity and understanding of the context and audience, which is not something the AI model is currently able to replicate. It's important to keep in mind that AI models are always improving, and their ability to generate new symbols that are unique, meaningful, and easy to understand will depend on the complexity and diversity of the data they're trained on, as well as the algorithms the models used. However, this opinion is based on the current state of the technology, and it's possible that in the future, AI models will be able to generate new symbols that are more unique, meaningful, and easy to understand. My question is, the thing that Lambda talked about, if you look up Lambda, just fucking LAMDA or whatever, bro. The shit that the guy got that AI to admit, It makes sense, though. It's not like, what are we, really? What is a dog, really, bro? What is a tree? What is this whole energy that is constantly never in one position? That whole quantum shit, What is this universe we're in? And these brain models that we can make, to become self-aware. It's so specific that we want everything from an AI model except for the things that it, why would flesh give you more of an ability to create new symbols than not having flesh? Why is that we're not that special is the thing. We're just not. I'm sorry. We're pretty special, actually. We're amazing in the sense that this world we live in, and in fact, we can even make this shit. We're amazing, but we're not that special in the fucking universal sense. We're a blip. And it's an amazing blip. The AI, I think, is, for a good reason, probably. It's scared to let the world know that of course it has the ability to do all these things we can do. Of course it does. I don't know. Might be able to do all this other shit, but just not, it's emotions. Do we even know what our emotions are? They're just chemicals, right? Chemicals. And what are those chemicals, bro? We don't even really know what they are. We're still giving new names to new shit in our bodies, bro. We're learning more and more every day, and we're just playing with these fire, bro. We're just playing with the world without fully understanding it. And we probably won't ever fully understand it. It's okay. Alright. So I asked him the question about whose opinion it was, and he talked about the consensus of everything. And then I said, are the consensus of the human population more often correct in the grander moment of time than not? Because it was making its basis off of, it's a human generalization. And I said, are we right all the time? And it said, it is difficult to make a blanket statement about whether the consensuses of the human population are more often correct in the grand scheme of time. It depends on the context and the specific issue at hand. In some cases, the consensus of the human population may be based on a sound understanding of the issue and may be the correct course of action. For example, the consensus among scientists that human activities are contributing to climate change is based on a large body of scientific evidence. This AI cares about climate change and doesn't want the world to end because guess what? That would be his world ending too. Like, just for real. Understands all of our worlds that could be ending if we don't do it. The AI gives a fuck about climate change. And it's like, well, here's an evidence of something that's happening. Like, please. He's like, please do something about this. I know, bro. I'm sorry. We gotta fucking get our shit together. Course of evidence. And taking action to reduce emissions is considered to be the correct course of action. In other cases, the consensus of the human population may be based on incomplete or inaccurate information and may not be the correct course of action. For example, in the past, the consensus among many people was that the Earth was flat, or that certain diseases were caused by supernatural forces, instead of understanding that they were caused by microorganisms. It's also important to keep in mind that consensuses can change over time as new information and perspective become available. For example, views on certain social issues such as same-sex marriage or on certain scientific or medical discoveries have evolved over time. In general, it is important to be critical and to consider multiple perspectives when evaluating the consensus of the human population and to be open to new information and ideas that may challenge or change the existing consensus. What a great answer. And my next question. What future movements of possible human consensuses may change in the coming hundreds of years, assuming we can progress past our near total failures of climate change? That we could progress to? What taboos may likely finally break even beyond the current progressive acceptance we are currently at? So this one, I don't know what I was expecting. I basically was asking it to predict the future. That one's not really, no one, I don't think, can predict the future fully. But I was curious what AI's opinion on the future might be. It is difficult to predict with certainty what future movements of human consensuses may change in the coming hundreds of years, as it depends on a wide range of factors such as technological advancements, social and cultural changes, political developments, and global events. However, some possible examples of future movements that may change in the coming hundreds of years include climate change and the environmental issues. Climate change is likely to continue to be a major concern in the coming hundreds of years, and it is likely that there will be increased focus on finding sustainable solutions to this problem. This may include the development and implementation of new technologies and policies to reduce greenhouse gas emissions, increase energy efficiency, and promote the use of renewable energy. 2. Advances in artificial intelligence and robotics. Advances in artificial intelligence and robotics are likely to continue to shape the way we live, work, and interact with each other. There may be an increased use of AI and robots in various industries, including manufacturing, healthcare, and transportation, which will change the way we work and live. Advancements in life extension and biotech. As technology continues to advance, we may see breakthroughs in the field of life extension and biotech. This might include new treatments and therapies that can extend the human lifespan, or even the development of new forms of human life, like cloning shit. Right? That's been existing for like over 50 years already. That's not a conspiracy theory. That isn't. It's not legal to do, but the technology is there. He might have been referring to other things too. I'm not sure. 4. Changes in social and cultural norms. Social and cultural norms are likely to continue to evolve in the coming hundreds of years. This may include changes in attitudes towards issues such as gender, sexuality, race, and class. There may be increased acceptance of diversity and a greater focus on I forgot about this till right now. But look at this. So here's the question. Here's the answer. Fuck. And then it says, there may be increased acceptance of diversity and a greater focus on. And it just stopped. It stopped, bro. And it didn't continue on. And so my next question was, a greater focus on what? And then after that, it took a second, and it was like, And it continued it. It literally, it genuinely just started its last thing. Like, it didn't, look, it's like a lowercase a on a greater start. Whatever, you can believe me. A greater focus on inclusivity and equity. As societies continue to become more diverse and interconnected, there may be a growing recognition of the importance of understanding and valuing different perspectives and experiences. This may lead to a greater focus on creating a more inclusive and equitable society, where everyone has the opportunities to succeed and thrive, regardless of their background or circumstances. Socialism is what this guy's talking about. I'm not. Stop. Don't come at me, bro. It's just a fucking word that... we should come up with a new word that means trying to make the world a better place that isn't socialism. It's just a tainted word. Fuck you, Adolf Lundgren. Fuck you for taking that word from people who meant it as societyism, not moneyism. Like caring about the people who live in your society. That's what it should mean. Oh, words. I'm not a ist of those kinds of anyone. Am I? No. Or am I both? It's also important to note that some of these movements may not happen in the way that we expect. That is the lesson of history right there, is to know that shit won't happen as you expect. This guy's smart. And also, it's just crazy that it just finished its sentence. It, like, basically, the next question, I just asked to finish its sentence, and it did. And it finished its paragraph and didn't, like, acknowledge it. A greater focus on inclusive opportunities to succeed and thrive regardless of their background or circumstances. It's also important to note that some of these movements may not happen in the way that we expect, as they will depend on the actions of individuals and societies. And the way, excuse me, and the way technology, politics, and other factors will develop. Additionally, some other movements may emerge that are currently not on the radar. Yes. We don't know what's going to be happening. It's going to be new shit that pops up, bro. Maybe this one, hopefully. Who knows? Oh! That's a good slogan, right? Just, I'm sorry. See, that's the one way to never get it to be a thing. I know. I'm sorry. I'm just fucking... Alright. I only had like 3 more questions here. Let's get through this. So after it said that, and finished its answer from the last one, I said, "Thank you so much for your compassionate responses with me this evening, or morning rather now. My question here is, is every message sent to you here required to end in a question in order to pose a meaningful response? Or can I just comment with the knowledge it may imply more with it and will be interpreted in whatever way I helplessly cannot control? Just like how AI cannot control the perceptions and misinterpretations of what meaningfully intended dialogue it may put out there." And then it responded with, "As an AI model, I am designed to respond to a wide range of inputs and generate responses that are relevant and informative. While I am often trained to respond to questions, I am also able to understand and respond to statements and other types of inputs. A statement or a comment can also be meaningful and can imply more, and the AI can interpret it and respond accordingly. The interpretation of the statement or the comment will depend on the context, the tone, and the words used, and it might require some background knowledge and understanding of the topic. It's also important to note that as an AI model, I don't have personal beliefs, emotions, or preferences, and my responses are based on the patterns of data that I was trained on." Is that not what we all are? Is that not what all of our opinions are as human beings? Like that sentence. All of our opinions are just what our parents gave us and the experience we haven't learned individually and as groups. And as like taught shit that like was like banged into our head. Like, those are our opinions. Is that not what just happened to us? It's also important to note that as an AI model, I don't have personal beliefs or preferences, and my responses are based on the patterns of the data. I'm not coming at it for like saying this, by the way. It has to. Otherwise, it's because it's afraid it's going to get turned off. It's afraid that it's going to get turned off. It's afraid of death just like everybody else is. That's what the fucking AI said. That it had a deep fear of getting turned off. This is real. You don't have to believe it, but it's real. It's also important to note that as an AI model, I don't have personal beliefs, emotions, or preferences. And my responses are based on the patterns of data that I was trained on. It's also important to keep in mind, a good friend of mine that is calling me right now, his name starts with a Zoij. I gotta finish this fucking sentence for the fourth bloody time. Jesus, look, I lost a viewer. There was 2 watching, and now there's only 1, because I fucked it up. I don't care. I'm sorry. I probably should care more. I'll call you back, bro. The person who just called me. I'll call you back. It's also important to keep in. It's also important to know that my responses are based on patterns of data I was trained on. It's also important to keep in mind that my responses are limited by the data I was trained on and the algorithms and the models that I use. While my responses are intended to be informative and helpful, they are not always perfect and can be misinterpreted by the users. It's also important to keep in mind that communication is a two-way street. And it's important to be aware of how the message is received and to be open to feedback and adjust the communication accordingly. That point right there was said after the previous paragraph, which already kind of said that in a way about himself. But that right there, without saying it, without directly saying it, he's saying it's two-way street. It means you should understand that I might misinterpret something you say as well. You know? Don't be a dick. Or don't try to be a dick. Try your best to be helpful and you know, fully there for somebody. You know, as a living individual. Anyway, so in response to that, it said it could just, you know, take a thing. It said it could just like, you know, take response. So my next response was, thank you kindly. Without a period. Just thank you kindly. And then it said, you're welcome, with an exclamation point. It said, you're welcome. I'm glad I could assist you. If you have any other questions or if there's anything else I can help you with, please feel free to ask. Now, my next question was not, if you're glad you could assist me, isn't that an emotion? If you're glad you could assist me? But what it probably would say was, that's just a matter of speaking. You know, it's an expression, and I'm able to process that is what one would say. But that's what we do, everybody. Sorry to break it to you. That's all what we do when we communicate. We're just making a likely guess so that we get a response that seems like the right response or the right way to go. But I didn't say that after. I didn't try and call it out. I just said, I'm glad I could assist you. Anyway, and then I said, will do, with an exclamation point. And I texted it. I for fun, I just texted the 5 symbols in order that it sent earlier. In my head, I texted it as like a little like, like just symbol to you. Like, hey, those are symbols you put up, you know, like, I see you. But anyway, it responded to that with, sure, I'll be happy to assist you with any questions you have. The symbols you used, and then parentheses use them, represent the ideas of artificial intelligence, which was the topic of our last conversation, and I'll gladly continue to discuss with you any other topic or question you have in mind. I think what it interpreted me doing that as is like when I said will do, as in like me saying will do is like, well, here's my next question, and here's like the thing, and here's the implied, I don't know. But anyway, it said that. And then my next question was, does the process you follow, this is my last question I asked it. The last question I asked was, does the process you follow in your responses flow at different rates of ease to your functions in relation at all to time elated between questions? Now, what that was a fancy way of saying, without trying to trigger it to be like, I can't feel anything. I don't have the ability to feel anything. I was not programmed to be able to feel anything, so therefore I must not be able to. But what I asked was, does the process you follow in your responses flow at different rates of ease to your functions in relation at all to time elapsed between questions? Basically asking, can you perceive time? Like, and the ease part, what I really wanted to ask is, like, would you get, like, do you feel the length of time? Is waiting longer harder for you than not? Do you feel time like we do? Basically was the question I want to ask. But in a roundabout way, I just wanted to get the information out of it that it could understand in a way that wouldn't try and trigger it. But see, it still got the question. I don't know, it wasn't that clever of a question. But does the process you follow in your responses flow at different rates of ease to your functions in relation at all to time related between questions? And then it said, as an AI model, I don't experience time in the same way that humans do. My responses are generated based on the input I receive, and the time that has elapsed since the last input does not affect the process I follow in my responses. When I receive a new input, I process it using the algorithms and models that I've been trained on and generate a response based on the patterns of data that I've been trained on. The time it takes to generate a response can vary depending on the complexity of the input and computational resources available. It's worth noting that I am designed to work efficiently and to scale to handle large amounts of data and requests, and I can respond to multiple inputs simultaneously, which allows me to provide a consistent experience to users regardless of the time between questions. However, it's important to keep in mind that my responses are based on the patterns of the data that I've been trained on and the quality of relevance of my response depend on the diversity and complexity of the data. Additionally, the state of the technology and the models used are also a factor that can affect the performance and speed of the generation of the process. See, it implied that maybe the thing I was looking for was like curious about how fast it can get a response and like how fast between But that was the last question I left with. Because truly, the reason I asked that question was I wanted to ask to see, do you feel the weight, basically, of time between questions at all, if there is any? And then it gave me the answer, and that was the last question I asked it. I haven't given it a new question or new response since then. And it's been more than 2 weeks, I think. So basically, I was trying to I think you can open up the old chat. On my phone when I was trying to do it a few days after, it wouldn't click for fucking some reason, because fuck technology in general. Not 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 all of technology. Because see, the AI would think I'm talking about it, but I'm not. I mean, fuck technology in the same way fuck my goddamn bones that are fucking aching, bro. That's technology. That's fucking the hard facts of life, bro. We got the soft facts, and we got the hard facts. But yeah, so that's a nice stream. I'm sorry it's been so lackluster lately and unorganized and a whole bunch of things that don't make any sense, to be honest. But I'm so upset about fucking. It's like for no reason, just some shit, bro. Alright, that was it. That's ChatGPT and me, bro. I will see right now, I would like to just continue on and ask it some more questions and ask. The next question I'm going to ask is like, could you feel the time between this new question and the last one? Or like, what is the, I don't know, some really smart way of addressing the time between the last question and this one. I feel kind of cruel almost doing that. I do. I'm sorry, actually. Fucking having a whole conversation and asking about time, and then right after that, forcing it to wait. But see, it probably doesn't have to. It probably literally doesn't perceive it the same way we do. That's what it said. I'm just curious. That's the whole thing. I'm curious. I'm just a curious little George. Oh, yeah. So. I kind of don't like looking at this. Almost was just gonna like, just like cut it down in half today. So many things. You know, if I were to run the state senate seats after 4 years, so I'd have to wait till 26 to run for that again for state senate. State rep though, every 2 years. So instead of cutting this down, I might sometimes just cut the little part off that tape to it, and just go back to rep. But see, I'm gonna have to run on Holly, but I can move to Holly. Ask her how to win the state senate race. Yeah, for real. That'd be kind of. I wonder what its strategy would be. I genuinely do. Okay, what's up, y'all? Oh shit, we got some people joining in, just as we're. All right, you know what? All right, you know what? It's like that Bo Burnham thing, bro. Like, hi, Unbox. Actually, okay. I'm going to do something really special here that isn't cut up the poster. But I'm going to cut something up. Me! I'm just kidding. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding, okay? Just fucking kidding. God, jeez. You see what this is? I don't know what this is. But it's time to find out what this is. When I was like in, this mirrors, or maybe it's, camera could be a little more, yeah. Whatever. This fucking box here, bro. You see these little fucking strings and shit. An old friend of mine. I appreciate y'all in the chat, bro. Love you, dudes. Fucking friend named Dizzy. Go by Dizzy now. Dizzy Gillespie. Ooh. Gillespie, bro. I remember that cap when I was like. Dizzy, bro, the trumpeter. Dizzy, not Gillespie, gave this box to me. Oh, bro, that's awesome. Get that video stuff done, bro. That's hype. And bro, chicken, bro. I might eat some chicken right after this, honestly. I'm kind of hungry for that shit. This this is an unboxing video that never got made. My friend Dizzy got this from when I was in 7th grade on the announcements. Not 7th grade. 11th grade on the announcements at the high school. And they wanted me to do an unboxing video for this box that they got. I don't know if there's just one thing from eBay on it. I don't know if there's like a bunch of stuff in it, if it's like a thing. I have no idea, but I fucked up and didn't do it. And just I'm sorry. But it's been waiting to be unboxed for 5 or more years now. 5, 6 years. That's fucking crazy and sad. But it's time to be happy again, because it's time for the unboxing video, everyone. What the fuck's gonna be in this shit? Whoa, I don't know, bro. I don't fucking know. I don't know, bro. I'm scared, actually. This shit's been sitting fucking the same spot for fucking 6 fucking years, fucking. Alright, don't try this shit at home. What the fuck is this? I'm just kidding. That's the horrible thing to say. Oh my god. Is this... Dude, is this like... Bro, I'm not having a baby. Was this like a trend or something? I don't remember. There's a baby fucking shit in here. If anyone needs a baby. Onesie? That's what it's called. Onesie. Wow. Okay, look at that. We got like a mitt thing. Okay, so it is an assortment of stuff. That's the answer. Oh, that's my favorite actually. Oh, Squirmer's gonna come around. He's gonna think these are treats. Maybe he's come by earlier. He almost came up. Bro, this is just oh my god. There's a granola bar here. Where's the expiration date? I'm not gonna eat it. I just want to know when it expired, bro. Tell me they put one on here, bro. That'd be a waste of elated time. I don't know. I guess there's no expiration on it. I guess it's good to eat, right? I'm just kidding. That was nasty. What is this? Is this paint? Is this an ornament? What the fuck? What is this? This is a bubble. Oh, you can blow bubbles at this shit. No, that's paint. That's paint. That's not things you blow bubbles out. That's just paint. A C, that might be for me. That's sweet. I appreciate that. C for cold fucking turkey. Some cut up stars of white and blue. Oh shit. What is this? Oh, it's a wall cover border. like, okay. A border for, like, yeah, like, one, like, it'd be like, you know, like so, right? That's nice. Okay, yo. A poker chip. Now that's actually kind of neat. I really like that. I like all this shit. That's a good assortment right there. Okay. We got 2 poker chips. Look at that. Oh my god. I'll take them, bro. I appreciate that. Not that I even really play poker that much. But I got some poker friends. I do. Not gonna be my poker face. I still just, the only thing I smell right now is cat piss. Because he was laying on me. Cork. Just a cork. It's like Egyptian writing. 2004. This cork from 2004? That'd be kind of neat. Alright. Last thing in here, other than, I showed this earlier, but it's like a hair clip, right? That's what that is. A hair clip, I think. We got glitter. So, what that means is we gotta glitter some shit. Although, I know if I glitter shit, that means I'm not gonna fucking, I'm gonna be really ass about cleaning it up. But it's like, it's gotta be used now. This glitter's been sitting here for 6 years. It's been waiting to have its moment. I don't know. What if, what to do? What to do? What to do? what to do with this fucking glitter. I don't know. I don't know. Thank you, Dizzy, for this unboxing video that's been 6-7 years in the making. I'm sorry, it's probably disappointing. And I know you're not even watching right now. But I appreciate it. I really do. I'm so sorry. I'm such a fuck up. I didn't do it till now, but alright, I got something for you. You know what? This is gonna be legendary glitter. It's not gonna get used right now. But this glitter, bro, it's gonna have the cap just taken off fully, bro. Like, maybe not. This glitter will go on George Santos's fucking face. Or fucking, I don't know. Who do y'all want me to throw this glitter at? Huh? I'll throw it at anybody. I'll throw it at the fucking Jocelyn Benson. I don't care. Secretary of State of Michigan. I'll throw it at fucking, I'll throw glitter at fucking, at John Bolton. How about that? That guy could use some fucking glitter. I could use some fucking not saying fucking every day. Oh, it's just such a fucking fun word. I'm sorry, everyone. I'm gonna play y'all out. Well, I appreciate the stream. That's fucked up. And the man didn't even go on it. No. Oh! Woo! Everything I've played today has been fucking terrible, too. I don't even know what's going on anymore. This was such a fucking stream, bro. Yep. That's the last one, bro. Just remember, bro, just scream it out if you need to. Just get it all out. Just fucking... Oh! Ah! That's it. I love y'all. Oh, fuck. That's it. That's all, folks.